Hello everyone. I had to work late today. I guess there were some issues with Neon in the version that I sent Yas, so we are instead going to do Neon right now on my end. Starting with the Colchester Athletics versus Toronto Raccoons. Later we'll have the Cologne Condors versus Panama Canaleros. The Kyoto Katanas versus New Haven Whalers. Melbourne Mighties versus Montreal Marauders. Seoul Dragons versus Wellington Wizards. And the Quaggas versus the Vancouver Voyagers. I'm just going in alphabetical order. You saw nothing. We are on Neon for all of these. Good luck, everybody. Not a great start as Kareem Elizazi is out on the Sonic Swing to Giant cycle. Actually, let me double check to make sure that this is... Because there was one team that... Okay, it was the Atlanta Aces, never mind. There was some kind of issue with the lineup that we had to resolve at the last second. Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon fail puts the Raccoons up 4-3. Yusuke Yamamoto now is going to have the new furthest run, but only by an obstacle. Zachary Burkholder not able to make it. So 8-8. Good run from Fred Dorrington, but fails Ring Chaser. Corinne Capriati. The Raccoons are 0 for 3 on Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. And there is our first clear, Audrey Johnson. Who had that on their bingo card? 5-foot tall Audrey Johnson getting an 18-foot mega wall. Well, there's the only clear, and I believe the new record time on Neon. So freaking stupid. Colchester leading 30-16. Zach Burkholder will lead off for Toronto. And narrowly sneaks a clear. That is the first clear of the game for the Raccoons. As Kareem Elizazi just barely times out. Well, Audrey's already cleared one obstacle tonight. Can she clear another? Of course. She can! Audrey Johnson having an incredible game. Silas Snyder coming up short. Let's see if Fred Dorrington is able to keep this lead going. He runs out of time, but still a solid fiver. Corinne Capriati. She clears. Another one of those games where the women are doing very, very good. So Colchester's lead comes down a little bit as they are now 59-48. Yusuke Yamamoto leaves the door open for Silas Snyder. Oh, and that looks like it was a mistake. Oh, fails golden corkscrew though. Thomas Ballet needs a strong run here to put it out of reach. Does not do so. Hollis can win this match against the one UK team in the league. Can he do it? He has done it. And the Raccoons win by 1 point. What a finish. Audrey Johnson, though, a tremendous match. She was basically Colchester's entire offense. Next up, we'll have the Cologne Condors and the Panama Canaleros. Matthias Norell was the cover athlete this week. He has been 2 for 2 in walk-off stage 3 clears. Surely it won't happen again, right? By the way, Jean Tezanos versus Matthias Norell in this matchup. Should be fun. 4 Frenchmen starting in this match. And there is our first clear out of Moran. Kano spaghettied on the lollipops. Kel just able to get Panama back into this. A nice clear by Moritz Hans. I believe that's the new fastest time. Cam bomb. And he ran out of stamina and time. Unfortunate. Which means the Cologne Condors will take a 10-point lead over the Panama Canaleros. Aaron fails the tiny disc. But that was Toronto's first win of the season earlier. Cologne is sitting at... Where's Cologne? Oh, they're 0-2 thus far, but looking in good shape to take off, or to take down the 2-0 Panama Canaleros. Unless Steffi puts something good together here. Pretty good. Remember, Panama has some clear bonus points in the tank as well, but Moritz Hans softly shutting the door. Ooh, timeout. And there you go. Panama kind of chokes down the stretch. And that will be a lead for the Cologne Condors by 5 points. Matthias Norell going to be up first this week. Can he go 3 for 3 in clearing stage 3? I don't love his time. I don't love his time. Maybe... Oh! By 0.2 of a second, Matthias Norell will not clear stage 3 weeks in a row. Unlucky. Aaron Maggiacomo with the opportunity to put Cologne back in it. Very good run so far. But not able to get through the end of Golden Corkscrew. Cologne with a 3-point lead. Mikel at least needs to beat 2 obstacles. He beats none. And John Tezanos' run will be irrelevant. He fails red tubes anyway. And Cologne takes the win 71-68. Some close games so far, must be said. First 2 games of this session decided by a combined 4 points. Next up we have the Kyoto Katanas and the New Haven Whalers. A rare Alcatraz escape fail, but failing on as Revolution Dragon, and you only get 1 shot at that. Makoto Nagano in for the New Haven Whalers. Could run stages 1 and 3 for them tonight. And he gets this party started with a very fast clear. Kawaguchi, casuals. And 2 for 2 are the New Haven Whalers. They're currently sitting at 1-1 on the season. Kyoto also 1-1. And, well, oh my god, big wheel. Kyoto gets on the clear sheet as Victoria Kramer, the final runner of this round, really makes this interesting by clearing. And 3 of the 4 clear. Yano Oshima. What? So yeah, Oshima just beat the clear record for time on this stage. Fascinating. Beat stage 2 as well. Joel Matley clears for the Kyoto Katanas. Katanas starting to reel it back in, but Hans Hertz has something to say about that. Yoshiyuki Yamamoto can really make this interesting. He clears, and it is a 2-point game heading in to the 3rd stage. Remember, Kyoto made it to a final stage tiebreak last week. Door open to do it again this week. Keitaro on to Rainbow Road. And failed it. I mean, he was probably going to run out of time. Had to try something. Gives them a 79-65 lead. Makoto Nagano having to go up against his fellow countrymen and some of his friends here. How does he do on Rainbow Road? Very poorly. He will not clear this in time. Failed it. Okay. Still a 2-point game. Yoshiyuki fails Blue Moon. 3 obstacles for the tie. 4 for the win for Hans Hertz. And there's the win. Rainbow Road irrelevant. Certainly a clear by either of the first 2 runners would have made a significant difference in the final score, but instead it is New Haven Whalers 99, Kyoto Katanas 83. Tremendous run by Hans to get the walk-off winner. Please tell me I exported the standings. Shit! Well, I'll have to go back and do that. That's annoying. Jay Lewis getting the party started with a clear. Fast one at that. Would have had the new record if he would have beat the 18-footer. Victoria Kramer, I believe that was, that just cleared. And now we're starting to see some clears of this stage. Melbourne 3 for 3 so far. Man, 5 for 6. This is incredible. Melbourne went perfect on this stage. Montreal went 2 for 2. So Melbourne... Okay, I wanted to see if they got the top 4 times. They did not. But they still lead 56 to 33 in great position to take down the new record on this course. And they're now 5 for 5 overall. Annabella will be the first fail of the day. But still getting the last obstacle. There's a clear for Montreal, trying to reel this back in. They've got a lot of work to do, because Melbourne is starting to run away with this. How about Charles Pujade? Timing out on target practice. So all 8 runs they've made it to the final obstacle. And another timeout on target practice. Unlucky. Melbourne at 91. The record on this course, I will double check, is 107. They'd get that done with a clear. And we might see Arthur Schreiber clear it right here. I don't think he has the time. Nope. What? That was Montreal. Just kidding. So this match should be out of reach at this point. And this will be for the record with a runner to go. As the time clears, 105. Okay, I take that back. They will need... No, they have clear bonus points coming up. And that'll be a Melbourne Mighty's very dominant win as Montreal moves down to 0-3. Final score, 123 to 78. One of the highest scores we have ever seen. And by a mile the highest score we've ever seen on Neon. Man, they just cruised. Two more games. Dragons and Wizards up first. And that was a very fast clear by Jared Boyd. Again, he would have had the record easily if he beat the 18-footer. Asa Reynolds previously held the record here, actually beat his PB. These two teams are very good. I believe they're both 2-0. They are both 2-0, yeah. And we're starting to see why they are so good. Another clear there. Wellington 3 for 3. Uh-oh. Seoul having some issues. Remember, they're coming off that overtime victory last week over Kyoto. If they want to get to overtime, they're going to have some work to do, although Wellington leaves the door open. And there is a clear, but the clear times going heavily in favor of the Wellington Wizards. It'll be 51 to 32 heading into the second stage. Nice clear time by Ethan Barnicki. Olivia, what are we doing? Whoa, dominant time there by Renee Cassidy. We'll have to check if that's the new record. Renee Cassidy 148.77, and unless somebody beat it earlier today and I wasn't paying attention, that is the new clear record. 80-59 though, as the Wellington Wizards look to have this one pretty much in hand. Oh, I'm sorry. Asa Reynolds has the Stage 1 clear record on Shamrock, not on Neon. He did beat the previous record held by Zach Toussaint. Moves the Wizards up to 90. Soul, you gotta think, has to have 2 clears and maybe a little help. Early save. He's got it. Soul is still in it. But they are down by 17 points. Enzo could ice this one with 3 obstacle clears, which he has done. Oh, frack. There we go. Final score, Wellington Wizards 100, Soul Dragons 91. Yeah, there's nothing... is there? Fee... Clean... Actually, yeah, that wasn't over. Hey, how are you supposed to get 27? That's... Oh, because they already had 8 points from the previous clear. Unlucky. One of the higher scoring Neon matches for sure. Both of those teams, you gotta think, will easily be in the playoff conversation. Quaggas and Voyagers is tonight's final match. Max Feinberg gets the Voyagers on the board. What is Yuji doing? Fascinating. Vancouver now 2 for 2. Lee's Kirapopti. Solid run, but not having enough time at the end. Kaideal nearly blew it, but they're 3 for 3 now. Are the Voyagers? The potential for our first perfect stage if RJ Roman can clear here. Time not on his side. It is now! And a perfect first stage for the Voyagers, 58-20. Quag is going to have to do something special to get back into this one. Or else the Voyagers, who are in first place right now in the International Conference, are going to run away with it again. A fail of color fusion, thinking that green plus white equals pink. Fascinating. RJ with a great save at the very last of target practice. Brazil Jan Cook, no such luck. So the Voyagers haven't failed a physical obstacle yet. Their only fail was on color parley. And that was the only thing holding them back from a perfect second stage, as they're up 101-37. $111. They can break their record with a clear. But meanwhile, Yuji has something to say about it, even with this match out of reach. He clears, getting the Quaggas in the clear column, and Jordan Card can only beat 2 obstacles. The final score will be 115 to 61. GG's, everybody. Hope your team did well. And I will see you in 3 days for week 4. Free agency opens now. Or waiver wire, excuse me.